What do you think of the MK party Labour leader going to a garage that was franchised by Indians or Pakistanis, but they look Indians?
Yeah, they look Indian.
Seems like they were bosses, and we're gonna play the video here. He was telling them to chase all foreigners. Specifically, was saying Zimbabweans, Malawians, and Mozambicans, if they happen to be petrol attendants there who are there, they must be chased away. But he didn't mention illegal or legal. He just said foreigners, we don't want foreigners. What do you think of that video?
That video, I think, is very sad because, first of all, this has nothing to do with the video, but the MK party, I didn't know they're also like joining the the foreign things of telling foreigners to go. So
they won't vote.
It's so sad. Wow. Anyways, I'm so disappointed. But for that black person to mention that Zimbabweans, Malawian, Mozambican must go while speaking to Indians or Pakistanis.
Yeah, and they're also foreigners. But guys, there's a video here. I want you guys to pay attention to when this guy went to the Indians, what he was exactly saying. Watch this.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, the walk in the Babia Mala, walk in the Babia Mala, they will stop. They will stop. Yeah, that's a high service. That's how I said. That is taxi. That is taxi. Who's the manager? Where is the manager? Where is the manager? Okay. Are you responsible? I'm innocent. I'm innocent. No, I'm responsible for the meeting in the garage here. I'm innocent.
What is the story, man?
No, you can't give me an attitude, chief.
So what happened here?
You can't give me an attitude. I'm introducing myself first. So you can't give me an attitude.
I'm hearing you.
I don't want that going to continue with any operation there. As long as we are from Zimbabwe or Malawi, wherever, you will stop. Okay, right here? I'm an national convener of MK Liberty, understand? No, you can't go outside because these people must stop. These people, all of these people, they must stop.
What is the story first and then we get
I don't want to hear. If I talk about foreigners, they must stop what they're doing here. If it's a foreigner, unless it's South Africans, they will continue. Foreigners, all of them, it's better to take a uniform because we don't want them in.
Crazy, because he's saying that we don't want foreigners. Only South Africans are allowed to work here. But he's talking to foreigners. He's talking to two foreigners who are Indians.
So that means their garage has to close down.
Yeah, since he said he doesn't want foreigners. And I've always said this for the longest time. Eloguchi people, they wake up late to the things I say because it makes sense. And sense is not something people of South Africa like to hear. I always say this.
Sense is not common.
Most companies in South Africa are owned by foreigners. And those that are not owned by foreigners, they put those companies allow themselves to be put under a process of being franchised by other people. And most franchises are owned by foreigners, whether Egyptians, Italians, Europeans, Pakistanis, Indians. These franchises of Shell happen to be owned by Indians. Indians are foreigners in South Africa. It's only a small portion of Indians that can claim South Africa. But Indians, abantu bokufika now, they are also foreign in South Africa. Look at the map. Look at Pakistan. Look at India. Look at Bangladesh. It's not even in Africa. So for this MK party guy to be looking at two Indian foreigners, telling those two Indian foreigners who own that Shell franchisee that he does not want foreigners. But in the same sentence he says, but if the South Africans working here, it's fine. Those two Indians are not South Africans. That means that franchisee must also close down. He didn't mention illegal foreigner. He didn't mention anything about legal or illegal. He said we don't want foreigners. Zimbabweans, Malawians, they must go. We only want South Africans.
What though?
He can't even speak to people.
He can't even speak to people, actually. Like, that guy is like trying to speak. I don't know what he was trying to say.
He was trying to understand him better. It's like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like, what's happening? This guy's just shouting, foreigners, we don't want foreigners here. And the Indian guy is just trying to understand.
Don't give
Like,
me an attitude.
what's going on? He's like, don't give me an attitude. But he's the one who has an attitude.
Like, he came there with so much of force.
People would do anything for the camera. This people would do anything for the camera, man. People would do, and it's a pity because when you pay attention to almost all of these videos, there's always something that these people will show you if we are born. When it's a white person or an Indian or something that is not black, they don't treat that person the same way they treat black people.
We clearly saw it. I think this is the third video now.
It's a third video. There's millions of them on the internet. It's a third video we've been speaking about. So now this guy who happens to be black, MK Party, he has to beg for jobs for South Africans to be employed in a franchise that is owned by Indians who happen to be foreigners. So what are they fighting? Zimbabweans. Because Zimbabweans don't own companies. What are they fighting? They're fighting for jobs. But those foreigners who give jobs are not a threat. So if you're a foreigner and you happen to have a company, you are not a threat. Whether you are legal or illegal, you are not a threat. If you can hire people, you are not a threat. If you can't hire anyone, you are a threat. Because this clearly has nothing to do with foreigners anymore. Because these Indian guys, Bona, are they not foreigners?
They are foreigners. And the fact that the Indian guy was trying to understand, like, many people are missing that part. Like, you can see he was like, let's move to the side, you know? Because you can't just come in a company or a school and then you want to shout the principal outside the school. Like, doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, you know.
And they also, like, South Africans that are chasing, like, black foreigners, they don't understand that there's other South Africans that are working overseas in foreign countries. And imagine if our South African people have to be treated the way we treat Zimbabweans and Malawian in those countries. Will it be fair?
It won't be fair.
It won't be fair.
It won't be fair. But me, I always say this. South Africans are working for foreigners. This is another example to show you foreigners are employing South Africa. These are Indians. They franchise Shell. Shell is a company that allows to be franchised because it's a global company. It's Shell A Global. It's international. Shell International. So it can be franchised. And these Indians, they franchised it. They sell petrol, gas, oil. They hired people. So as foreigners, they have the power to hire South Africans. But South Africans have the audacity to say, we don't want foreigners in this country, but foreigners are the ones who are going to be paying South African salaries. They might not be a Zimbabwean foreigner, but they're still a foreigner. It happens they are Indian foreigner, Pakistani foreigner.
We can see it.
Israeli foreigner.
Russian.
I always tell them, they must go in the malls, all the malls in South Africa, and look at the owners of those companies, those retail stores they work at, as South Africans. And they must not just look at that. They must look at who franchised that company name in that specific mall. They will realize it's a bunch of foreigners. They will realize that.
Like, you're not lying.
I always say this, they don't pay attention.
Wow. Because I believe in certain, all of those shops, most people that are working there is black people. And I believe the owners of those shops are definitely foreigners.
Definitely foreigners.
Definitely foreigners.
And foreigners, we're not talking about how you define a foreigner as a black person. We're talking about a foreigner.
A foreigner.
A real foreigner.
Type of foreigner. A real foreigner. Like Okala is ilabam shop. Before you move to black people.
Chinese, all of them.
Russians.
They run this thing. This country is run by foreigners who run the market. The real foreigners. When I tell us about Zimbabweans taking jobs, there's people who are creating jobs. foreigners are creating jobs. You want to tell us about foreigners taking jobs?
And I feel like it's unprofessional for them to be pulling up in a person's business. They must start suing them, honestly speaking. Can't pull up in my business like that, in my property like that. You can't. They must find where the government stays, where Ramaphosa stay, and they must pull up there. Because no, we're sick and tired. I'm against this whole thing. Because at the end of the day, those people are human beings.
What can we say? They want these foreign Indians to hire
Find
South
them job.
Africans.
Because
Like-
it benefits them. It doesn't make sense.
Like, just think about it. We don't want foreigners in our country. Foreigners are destroying our country. Next thing you find, a shell company happens to be franchised by foreigners who are Indian. Now you say, you must hire South Africa. Like, what do you guys want? What are you fighting for? What is this about? Jobs?
Actually.
About hunger, poverty? Like what is this about? Like, Manja is understanding.
It's a
understanding.
And MK Party, I'm so disappointed. And
Right.
mind you, other companies, I don't think maybe they wanna hire so many people, because what if they don't have the income to pay like a large amount of people working for them?
Mm-hmm. They don't have most companies. That's why you find out there's usually like 5, 6 guys. You know.
No, that's crazy, honestly speaking. Government is to blame. And that black guy, no.
Yeah, man, but it is what it is.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching up until the end. Catch me on my next video. Peace.